Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And it seems like Trump is throwing out the possibility into the mainstream that he may in fact pardon Snowden. That's Edward Snowden, the infamous whistleblower. See, he's an actual whistleblower. Julian Assange is not. He just publishes documents that whistleblowers give him. But this actual whistleblower is now being promoted as someone who may get pardoned in the run-up to the 2020 election. And outwardly, at least, as of yesterday when this happened, you have two polar opposites, right? You've got Snowden now kind of being put up there as a hero and exposing a lot of this stuff, right? He did expose Brennan, Clapper, but this is an actual systemic issue that's been going on for quite some time. And then you have Assange, right, on the other end of this. And they're going after him for things that were given to him by Bradley Manning at the time, Chelsea Manning now, right? And trying to paint him as a cyber terrorist and somebody who helped hack things when that is, in fact, not the case, right? However, Snowden actually takes these documents in. So we're going to, go all across the gamut here. We're going to talk about Project Mainway. We're going to talk about why Snowden's revelations were extremely important, but not new, despite the fact that he on Joe Rogan said, before me, there really wasn't any proof or evidence. That's not quite correct. He gave a plethora of basically more evidence in how it worked, Five Eyes program, etc. But they never focused in on a lot of these documents, such as Operation Mainway. And remember, we never even saw all of them. And to Julian's credit, outside of vetting them to take agents' names out to not put people in harm, which the military, although they're saying he did put people in harm, and a lot of people are saying that's how they got Trump to move on him this time around, have admitted in court that no such thing. So, guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe and share. Remember, we're fully demonetized on this platform, but the GoFundMe is working, and at least by email, I've been assured that it was just a processing error. So $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. Big donations. Thank you so much. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order to Find, and Shade the Motion Picture are free right here. Make sure you're joining the Burmis Brigade. You're ringing that bell for notifications. You can also support me on Rockfin, where there's another, awesome lineup of great creators. I just did the Graham Elwood show yesterday. He's on here. Ron Placone, Nico House. On the other side of the spectrum, you've got Cernovich, Iverson, and others. Really a lot of great creators over on Rockfin. And we've also got the t-shirt shop, right? Very proud of this one. Your life matters. Your skin color shouldn't have to. Enough said. Let's get into it. So, first of all, the New York Post, out of all the publications out there, is the one publication that's, semi-pro-Trump. Not all the time, but compared to the New York Times, the Washington Post, etc., they by far support Trump more than any other media outlet out there. So he knows to feed this story directly to the New York Post, right? Now, in turn, Edward Snowden has actually tweeted out about this. Where is it? Wow, he's having huge conversations about this on there. Let's just go to the Snowden hashtag then. But here it is right here. The last time we heard a White House considering a pardon was 2016, when the very same Attorney General who once charged me conceded that, on balance, my work in exposing the NSA's unconstitutional system of mass surveillance has been a public service. Well, let's say this. There are those out there that have done work, people I respect, such as James Corbett, that, it's Edward Snow job. And actually, I had him on talking about that. And even Assange, he questions whether or not some of this was state-run. I'm just a person. I don't necessarily believe that, but again, things are very, very intricate. So my question, let's lead in with the first question here. is this really more of a Prince Andrew / Bill Clinton Epstein baiting, right? Because in the run up to the 2016 election, what was he doing? He was talking about how Hillary was going to have some problems because of Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton's relationship. Oh, he's a nice guy, but, he knew how to spin that, knowing damn well that he also had a relationship with Epstein. Again, we're not talking about islands and pedophilia and anything like that, but you can't deny that, again, Epstein and Trump had that relationship, and now he's openly admitting to wishing Ghislaine Maxwell well, who he met on, quote-unquote, numerous occasions, right? Now, on top of that, he also threw it out about Prince Andrew back in 2016. Yeah, excuse me, Prince Andrew is still walking around today, right? So Trump's smart. He knows a lot of his base are still extremely upset and disappointed in what's going on with Julian Assange as the court hearings to extradite him continue in September. Action for Assange will be in D.C. for sure. I'm hoping I'm going to be there. I don't know for sure. But if you look at the national counterintelligence strategy, I keep going back to this because it is so damn important. Again, it's like it's opposite day. On one hand, he's saying maybe we're going to pardon Snowden, right? He didn't say the words pardon or commute, etc., but he's been treated very unfairly, right? But then Assange is a hacktivist, a leaktivist, and we saw what YouTube did yesterday. They said basically all hacked information is now banned on their platform. That's insanity, right? And let's go to the documents. Supply chain, adversaries, malware. I believe it's on page 8. There we go. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share while we find this, guys. Is that the end of that page? You know what? We'll just hit it. Hack. There it is. There's hackers. No. Where are we? 3. Oh, come on. There we go. So, as you can see, this puts hacktivists, leaktivists, and public disclosure organizations on par with Hezbollah, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and demonizes them, right? And basically says they pose significant threats, ideologically motivated entities. Yeah, I have an ideology of the truth, and telling that truth, whether it's going to benefit the Democrats or the Republicans or the left or the right or the conservatives or the liberals, I like the truth. You can interpret who that helps all you want, and again, they are going to be doing that in the next, 80 or so days in the run-up to the election. I think there's going to be another purge. Now, on the flip, I'm so glad that all this information has come out. I wish more information came out because really no one paid much attention to Operation Mainway or this article. And this article now, it's been out there at least a month, right? We reported ago on this, and it's an excerpt from Dark Mirror, Edward Snowden and the American Surveillance State. And basically, Operation Mainway, see this? Mainway came to life alongside Stellar Wind, was a surveillance program that went beyond just the track, trace, database society that I've been talking about. Norris Insight Systems, put that in my film in 2010. This actually could build profiles in real time a decade plus ago. Let me repeat that for you. So the ability of the NSA to pull a name out of a hat, whether it be domestic or not, and not only get the track trace database information that they wanted, right? That's provided by this and all your other little digital tools, but then run a profile on you based in where you go, when you went to bed, what you eat, what websites you go to, where you order from, who your husband is, your wife, whether you have kids, you name it. They could throw it together. And the concern back in the day wasn't that they couldn't store all this stuff. As storage, I slip a micro SD into a hole that big now, and you're talking about what? Easy 512. Some of them are over 512 gigabytes. Some of them are over a terabyte now. I mean, we're talking about information fitting on my little pinky that's over a terabyte large, right? And that's old technology. That's old technology. Storage was never an issue. It's all about profiling you. It's all about seeing how you act. It's all about pushing, again, that anti-human, that transhumanist automation nation UBI dependence agenda. And unfortunately, I still think Trump is a lot better than Biden. Zombie Joe and Kamala Vampiris are terrible, but this is a political move, right? Unless he's going to play ball and he's going to grant asylum to Assange or drop all charges and get him out of Belmarsh, I'm sorry. But this is a lot of window dressing, and it does make you ask questions about Snowden and his origin and that information. But again, Snowden also was the first one to put forth, I will totally give him credit for this, that they had documents that if you got them were completely different from the actual classified documents. So in other words, not blacked out, but they created other documents. That's very, very scary. So guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe and share. Remember, you can support the broadcast right here on the GoFundMe, $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. Check out Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, and New World Order Defined. And, of course, Shade the Motion Picture, all free right here in the playlist section. Make sure you are subscribed, sharing the information. Rockfin, sign up for free, create the free account. Tuesdays at noon, we do an exclusive live stream there. Please, go check it out. Go watch it. Then, we got a t-shirt shop. I need to add stuff to this, but I'm pretty proud of this shirt right here. Your life matters. Your skin color shouldn't have to. I think it's a good conversation starter. It's not the all lives matter. It's directly pointing at somebody and saying, look, I think no matter what the color of your skin is, no matter what your gender is, your life absolutely matters. And unless you're standing across from a psychopath, a murderer, a child molester, that rings true. And you want to have a conversation with that person. It's not, let's scream at each other and solve nothing. So guys, thank you for joining me. It's not about left or right. It's about right and wrong. I love you, and I'll see you on the flip.